this person said that knowing thyself is the hardest thing to do. And I completely agree, because to know thyself is really just to look inward and say, hey, what is it that it kind of dives into like your self-confidence, right? You know, you always hear about, oh, self-confidence, be confident and all that. But being confident is also knowing your gifts and talents and knowing thyself, right? Diving into what it is that you have to offer and being comfortable that no one else recognizes that you do.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
And that part was like, it impacted me. I was like, yeah,
Of course. The other thing I like, and one of the things I appreciated, even before we read this book, as we built Sage Consultants, we wanted to acknowledge that, you know, people who come to us for guidance and support, they want different things.
Yeah.
And yes, to launch a business successfully, there is a baseline that you must do, right? There are legal things you should do.
Yeah.
There are financial things you should do. There are branding things. Like that's a baseline.
Yeah.
But how far you want to go, how far you want to scale, what you want, and your ultimate why.
Yeah.
Everybody's journey is completely different. And I love that he calls that out, because a lot of times he says literally a lot of coaches and influencers assume that everybody wants the same thing. So they're selling like these pre-made packages where, oh, you want to be a millionaire and travel the world? You know, it's not everybody wants that,
You know,
and so not everybody's goals are the yachts, the big houses, the world travel. Not everybody's goals are to launch what will be a chain, right? Or something that will be franchised. And that is completely okay.
there's nothing wrong with it. And
No.
actually, what I love about it is in previous books that I've read, we talk about scarcity mindset. And a lot of times the scarcity mindset sets in is when you assume that everybody is after the same thing you're after. And so the scarcity mindset sets in because you feel like you're competing for the end goal, when really, in fact, you're not competing for it, because that person probably doesn't even want one.
The same thing that you...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's what I really have come to love about this entrepreneur family that we have with us, is because they come to the realization that they are not in competition with anybody else. The giving that happens and the support that happens.
Yeah. A lot of times in this, when you join the entrepreneurial ranks for a community, it really does become a support system, because there are challenges we all face that are similar. They're different issues and scenarios, but the essence is still the same, you know? And so when you find that camaraderie, you're like, oh my God, this person's kind of going through the same thing as me.
That, or they accomplish something you're struggling in.
Yeah.
And they can give you guidance.
Yeah. It makes such a big difference. And it's just tribe. What is it? You say
Attract your tribe.
Yeah, attract your tribe.
Find and attract your tribe.
It is really big, because once you find that community, you find that support system, you thrive. If you try to accomplish this alone, you won't. And so you just go and you ask, why am I not getting exactly what I'm asking for? I'm ready. But you know what? Higher being, higher
It's
power.
not what you're really asking for.
Because if I go and I reflect back on my past and others that I've heard about, you were really not ready, because there were certain lessons, right? And experiences that needed to be had in order for you to perform the way you perform now. And so had you been given everything you wanted at that point in your life, you would not be performing in the optimal position you are, an optimal performance that you are at this current time.
It's hard, now I'm a manager decades in.
Yeah.
And I get this, especially these Gen Zers, right? They spend like 6 to 8 months in a role, and they think they're ready for like a 2-role jump.
Yeah.
And I'm working on learning how to address that with them, because there is something about time and experience and building up how to interact with people, right? The passion might be there, but there's something about learning yourself.
Yes. But you know what? I'm not even going to say it's Gen Z. I did it.
What?
I did it. I thought I was, I really wasn't, but I thought I was ready. I was ready to, they had me working at basic level -2. And I'm like, no, I need to be CEO of that company tomorrow, because y'all fools are running it wrong.
I love that. But it's true. We get to be legends in our own mind.
Yeah. Entrepreneur comes from, so the etymology of entrepreneur is coming from entre, which means enterprise, right? And then preneur, which means adventurer. It's the French saying. And so when you put the two together, if you really think about it, you're an enterprise adventurer, right? Adventurer is a risk taker. And an adventurer means that you are going down journeys that no other person has gone on, or very few have gone on,
or that you're prepared to, like,
you're prepared. Yeah, you're not experienced.
Good luck.
And you're willing to go down this unknown path, right? Uncharted path, and take these risks, right? And so that is an entrepreneur. An intrapreneur, according to Patrick, is someone who could be a visionary, however, maybe not know how to execute it, or maybe they're a little leery about the risk associated with it, but they are a great support system to the entrepreneur. And the support system could be COO, right? CFO. It could be co-CEO in a way. And intrapreneur, as you can see, I'm rambling here. It really had something, it really impacted me, because I think at one point in time in your journey as a business owner, at one point you start as an entrepreneur and can carry forward, right? But I think there is a point that I think all of us reach the point of intrapreneur, which is we're looking to support the vision. And it hit me because I said, man, it had me questioning a little bit, like, where is my current role? Have I evolved into maybe more of an entrepreneurial role? Or am I still the entrepreneur with the vision set, right? And then acknowledging that it's okay.
And I think that's something, as those of you interested in launching your own business, I think this is a really great time, like, master knowing yourself.
Yeah.
So are you ready to take on the stresses and pressures of an entrepreneur?
Yes.
Or is your vision better served as, do you need to find the right company, the right entrepreneur that you help them launch their vision, carry out their vision, have the same dedication to launching the vision, but there are certain aspects of running and owning a company that you just don't want on your shoulders.
Yeah, and as an entrepreneur, if you're supporting an entrepreneur, most of your values, right, if not all your values, are going to be aligned with that entrepreneur.
Right.
You will be their support system, not only professionally, but probably personally as well, because it's just such an alignment there. And so they typically are your right hand.
Yeah. Absolutely. Should you be the CEO? Should you be in sales only? Right? Are you just, when you can get a if you are amazing at sales, what is it, Earl Nightingale? There are so many people who say sales is the highest paid profession in the world. The sky's the limit, we're told, which is so true. So if that's really where your passion is, if you just want to build relationships with customers and solve their problems, then you need to work for a company who've had something you believe in, and you just find the customers for it. Again, not having the pressures of an entrepreneur or even a CEO.
Yeah.
Right? That it takes this special person for it. And I think this is such a great book to dig into it. What were the other ones? Influencer.
An influencer, yeah.
Again, a lot of influencers who think they're entrepreneurs, right? And what I found is those who want to be influencers and have their own business, I think affiliate marketing has opened a pathway for them a little bit on that. Yeah. Because it's a little more structured. But then in reality, they are entrepreneurs. They're taking something that they align with in their vision.
Yeah.
So it really, I think the epitome is the right role for you, entrepreneur or intrapreneur.
And that goes into know thyself. And I want to underline this, this point. Knowing thyself, knowing exactly what it is that your strengths are
and that you're right for and that you want.
Yeah. What your strengths are. What do you want? What are your weaknesses? Acknowledging your weaknesses and being okay with them. We do not have everything figured out. We do have weaknesses. And so once you acknowledge your weaknesses, know thyself, you will be able to partner up with someone who has those as strengths. And now that can be if you're the entrepreneur, knowing thyself, knowing your weaknesses, pair up with your intrapreneur who can support you in that avenue, where you need help, and you guys cohesively work together to build your empire.
Yeah.